Good morning, everybody. Today I am going to be working on my 52 tags handmade challenge, and this is week number 5. I've just grabbed a few bits. I've got the Slow Stitch Collab 7, and everything that I've been using on it I've just been popping in a bag next to me. So I've just got a couple of bits out of that bag to keep it simple. And this week's prompt was kisses. So she said to use colour and to have a large X of fabric, to use cross stitch, and you can use some straight stitch, and you can add a button, or she added pins to hers. But the first thing was to get a background colour and a large X on your tag. So I'm going to be using this dark colour, I think, for the background of my tag. And this week I'm not going to use pinking shears. This week I think I will just cut it straight as I can. So I'm just going to cut an edge off there. Okay. And what I'll do is I'll just draw around it. I may leave the little bit on the bottom. I might need a pen for this. I've been tidying my desk up this morning, so it's really nice because now I can see things. So we'll just use that pen for this. I'm not going to be washing it or anything like that, so that's fine. And maybe just put that there as well. Okay, so that's my tag. My tags are made out of manila folders. It's doubled over, stuck together.
Molly, no.
Cat's trying to get into his game section, I think, by the sound of it. Down there, if you could hear him. Sunday morning, not too early. Like I said, I've been cleaning my area up. So, okay, let's see if I can see where, okay, it's about there. I think that. That there. Oh, no, oh, hang on, yeah. About there. Okay, that's fine. That will be covered by the eyelet, and I will be fraying the edges a little bit on this, like that. So I won't be stitching too close to the edge. I think that will look nice. Better not do too far. Maybe a little bit across the top here as well. Okay. That's that. Okay, leave it at that. Now she did use some selvage edges. I've got a couple here that I have had from the projects for the collab. I don't know if I want to introduce green though, so I'll put that to the side. I do love this one. This was a chinoiserie fabric one, but I don't need to be using this part, I don't think. So if I cut it here like that, and this is nicely frayed on both sides as well. So maybe about there, perhaps, like that. Put those over there. And it's quite wide, isn't it? So what I thought I would do, or what I'm thinking I will do, is cut that in half, perhaps. that. I'm going to have a big cross, I think. A nice big cross on mine. So it's there. Something like that, I think. Maybe even a little bit further over like that. All the way over. Not too far over though. Maybe there. There. Like that. Okay. That's a good start. Oh. I even put clean paper. I ripped my old sheet of paper off and put a clean one down. Feels good. I was going to use a bit of that, but I don't think so. And I don't think I'll be using that either, come to think of it. So I put those over there. I'm thinking, how big is it? A bit bigger than that. Bigger than about there, perhaps. Let's see if I can rip that. That's good. Gives it a nice edge to it, doesn't it? Like that. And then, oh no, can't do that. That comes apart really quickly. Oh, that's not good. Okay, we're going to have to we won't waste that. That can be used on something else. I'll cut those straggly bits off and put that to the side. Because look at that. It really ages the fabric when you rip it. But I really do want it ripped a little bit. Okay, I'm going to have to be careful though. So, I think I know what I might do instead. Let's just cut that off. And cut that. Cut that. Okay, so fray it up a little bit, not too much. Thanks. Have it like that, perhaps. And cut that one down a little bit more too. Okay, and that one over there like that. That looks alright. Very red, isn't it? But I do have these beautiful vintage laces. Isn't that lovely? And I thought I would use the laces as the focal point. So that one could go on there. And this one, which is a favourite of mine when it comes to using in slow stitching, could go on the other one there at the back. Cut it just a little bit longer than what I need. And here as well. There. Okay. So let's just so that, and I think I need to just fray that little bit of red a bit, not too much though, on that edge. Like that. Is that right? No, it is not right. Okay, that one goes there like that. We shall say.
Molly.
That. Work out which way, maybe that way. That like that. And then this one. Like that. So we're still getting that little bit of selvage shown. There we go. Like that. Oh, I hope I've been in shot. Oh goodness, I hope so. And then of course there's cross stitch involved. I will have to tack this all on though, because otherwise this is all going to be moving around everywhere. I don't want that. Like that. Okay. Like that, and another one over here, I think. There we go. All right. So I need to tack all that on, and then I need to think of what colour thread I might like to use on this. Probably something with a good contrast, probably off-white perhaps. I could either use that one, which is not too bright. That's a pretty one, but maybe not, it's not that noticeable. Or there's this one which I like. It's a little bit thicker, and I think that one will show up a little bit more for the stitching. So I think I'll be using that thread. I'll have to have a think. I'll have to have a think, so I need to tack that on first, so I'll be back once I've done. So there we go, I've tacked that on to my little tag fabric piece. That's the back of it. You can see it's just loose, you know, larger stitches, but enough to keep it from moving around because the laces are quite small. I'm going to have to fiddle with that one, make sure it's kind of straight when I'm sewing it on, I think, because it's not, because it's an old lace, it's not a perfect lace. I mean, it's perfect, but it's not perfectly straight. So I'll fiddle with that. So what I thought I would do, first of all, is do a straight stitch all the way around the edge of the fabric to stop it, hopefully stop it from fraying too much, because this fabric does seem to fray quite easily. So I think I'll start under there, like like that, and just go around the edge doing a simple straight stitch, which is just in and out a little bit from the edge, trying to keep them fairly even, because being a light colour on a dark background there, it will be quite noticeable. So just I'll do a couple more, and not in the way of my eyelet as well. Coming under the fabric there. So just like that, and I'm going to do that all the way around the base of my tag, and then I'll be back. So that's done. I've done the little straight stitch all around the edge there. You can see that on the back as well. And then I've just finished by coming up through that little bit of lace there. What I'm going to do is a little straight stitch down one side of the lace and back up the other side of the lace. Yeah, so I'll just do probably, see, I don't want to ruin the look of the lace at all, so let's have a look. You won't really see it because it's the same colour, but it's just the same sort of thing. I'm going to keep it right on the edge of that, the little border of the lace there, but I want to try and keep the lace fairly straight as I do it. And because that's now going through 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of fabric, I may have to take it through and then bring it back through instead of just, oh, I might be all right. We'll see. Like that. I can probably do that. So, yeah, that should be fine. So, it's hard for me to see because I normally have it close to me like that. So I've got it out. Oh goodness. And of course they've started mowing the grass next door now, haven't they? So, because it's Sunday, so. Okay, so like that, a straight stitch all the way down and back up the other side. And I will probably also do it down that side of that lace as well. Maybe not the other side. We'll see what I think once I've done one side. I'll go ahead and do that, and then I will be back. Okay, that's all stitched on, and I might just remove the tacking stitches now as soon as everything is stitched on. Where's my, okay. Sometimes they're a bit more difficult to get out because you've actually stitched over them, and they get caught in the threads of the thread you're doing your slow stitching in. But they generally just pull out very easily. There we go. So, okay, so that's all the tacking stitches taken out. Now I need to do some cross stitching on this now. That's the whole purpose of it. The the kiss can mean two things: a kiss and that keep it simple as well, which I have kept it very simple with just one piece of coloured fabric and, you know, just a couple of bits of lace. It's a very simple one. Simple stitches. What am I going to do? Where's my thread? My thread is there. So I will just invisible stitch it under all those layers there, and maybe I could have one stitch there and one stitch there, and then one stitch chunk there, and one stitch about there. That's an X, isn't it? Even though it's not like, you know, that's an X. Oh, I wonder, I could also do this. I'll take it there. Like that. And about there, I think. Like that. And over here. So it's two X's up the top there. I quite like that. It's like a weaving effect, isn't it? Okay. Won't do any more there because I need to put an eyelet in there, so I will need to make sure that's pulled tight. And what I'm going to do to finish it off, I'm taking it behind the X, the fabric layers there, and taking a couple of stitches under that, making sure, yeah, that's good, so it won't be noticeable from the front. Okay, so that's a couple of X's there in a different kind of way. I was going to do X's down the centre of this lace here as well, where all these joins here are, to do an X. I thought that might be nice. That way I'd still see the lace quite nicely, but now that I've seen that, that's quite nice. I could do that down the bottom here. No, not really, because that's got the selvages, whereas that was a neat part. Let me think. I'll do crosses down there, I think, to start with, because that's what I had in mind to do. Okay, so I'm going to take it in. I hope you can see. I'll take it up through there, which is there, and I'm going to bring it down over here like that, and then take it up here through there and bring it back over here to this side, like that. So there's a little X on that junction there, and then I'll do it all the way down, and then I will come back. Alright, so I've done that, and a couple of the X's kind of look a little bit like uneven, but the lace isn't perfect, like I said before, so it's I'm happy with that anyway. So there's the X's down there. I thought I might try another one of those down here, because I really do like the way that looks. We'll see how we go. Where did I finish that? That's down the bottom there, so if I don't put it too close, I could take it down a bit lower than that. Oh, there, we'll try there. Let's turn it upside down. So one line like, oh, it might not, or maybe, oh, I really should have come over at more of an angle there, I think. Yeah, let's have a look, see if we can do that. Need to see what I'm doing. So my sister was up at my mother's place. They came up unexpectedly for the day. They yesterday, and it just so happened I was at my mum's helping her with something. So I got to see them, otherwise I wouldn't have got to see them. Their whole family, it was wonderful. I haven't seen them since the funeral last year, so it was really lovely. I don't know, see, that's, oh goodness, okay, it's going to be a really tiny one to start with, I think. And that over there, like, that, I think. Oh, just made it. I could have come down. I could have come down a bit further. Okay. I'll have to do this closer to my eyes, otherwise I'll never get it threaded. Okay. Sorry, I need to have it up close to thread it. Okay, let's have a look. Just let me put it, sorry I'm out of shot. I need it closer to me to see where to put that hole. There we go. I think that might be a bit better. Yeah, I think that's better. And let's see if we can do it again over here. Like that. And maybe there. There. About there, it is slightly off. It's hard when you've not got it right in front of you. But I do like the way it looks. And they are X's. Yeah, I do like the way that is. So I'm going to keep that there. So let's find somewhere where we can... There we go. Have to sneak over to where it's got a bit more fabric to put a little knot in it. Okay, now, so we have our X's coming all the way down the center of the lace. We have X's here, we have X's here. And of course our large layered, large X. Maybe I'll just put some straight stitching in here. Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't think whether I want to add any buttons or anything like that because I quite like it. I'll do the straight stitching first. I quite like it the way it is, kept kind of simple. So it's my son's birthday on Wednesday. So I'm going to, he doesn't know yet, but I'm going to have everyone over for dinner on Wednesday. So that will be lovely. He's turning 15, my baby. My eldest turned 30 last year, and he's turning 15 this year. And then Jessica will be down again, but she won't make it for his birthday, but I think she arrives the day after his birthday. They're on a bit of a road trip coming down here, so that will be lovely, and he doesn't know that either. So it's going to be a fun week this week. Okay, let's do some straight stitching. I might try and keep it even to the line in front. We'll see how we go anyway. Now I just call this straight stitching, but it can be called, I think, borrow stitching as well, or borrow stitching, which is, I think, another word for it. When it's so repetitive like this, I think that's what it is. So, okay, so basically that is what I'm going to do to finish it off now, and I will be attaching it to my card, putting my eyelet in, and then it will be finished, and writing on the back, of course. Do I just want one there, or 1, 2? Maybe just one, I think. There. So like that, and then I'll do the same to get over there. I'm just going to take some like little invisible stitches through all the layers on the back so that you don't get to see that. That pulled a bit tight then. Okay, so you don't get to see that on that side, and then I will do the same but in reverse on this side, and then I'll attach it to my tag and come back and show you it when it's finished. Okie doke, that's finished. I did end up putting tiny little cross stitches down the middle of that lace there. Just remember, when you're doing anything, if you don't like it, it's very easy just to take it out. And that's the beauty about this sort of thing. It's very easy. If you make a mistake, it's very easy to just unpick the thread. I did have to be careful putting my eyelet in. I kind of caught the thread, but I managed to get it out. That's mainly because I didn't know what I was going to be doing before I started. But, you know, that's the fun of it too, isn't it? And it was a little bit high which made it a bit high down this end. So I stitched this little bit of lace, which is the same as this lace here, across the bottom there as well. And I also realized on week 5, of course, because I have the eyelet, I only need to stitch my little fabric piece on down the bottom, because that will just hold it in place beautifully. And this week, it's week 5, kisses and eggs. My sister and her family came up for the day. It was lovely to see them all. And that is another tag in all my tags. I did write on last week's. I don't think I had written on it. I just put a week of getting organized and enjoying crafting. So let's just pop week 5 in now. Add to the collection. And so we have week 1 there, which is a white tag. Let's just move that around a bit. Week 2 was for the love heart, for the heart shape. Week 3 was this lovely touchy-feely, shabby scrap tag. Oh, my camera's flashing. Then week 4 was the fly stitch, and week 5 is kisses X, a large X. So thank you for joining me today. Please, I'll put a link to Anne's channel in the description box below. You can join in this challenge at any time you like throughout the year. There's lots of other videos on YouTube with ladies doing this. Just put it in the search and you will come up with some lovely tags to watch. So take care, everybody. Bye.